Hey, it's the chief NFT strategist. Welcome. Happy Friday, folks. Happy Friday. Gang in the building. Oh, man, what a week. Long week, but productive. I hope you had a productive week. I hope you get a chance to relax this weekend. If you're working, keep grinding, but still make some time to rest. Get your meditation on, get your prayer on, relax. If you're in the nice weather, like I am in Florida, and it's not too cold, it's been a little cold and rainy lately, go to the beach, walk in the sand. For me, that's how I found my peace. And I haven't been doing it as much as I want to lately, but hopefully I get the opportunity to do that this weekend. Anyway, I'm going to be quick this show. I just want to share with you a little bit of my thought process and how I go through and pick NFTs. So let me jump right into it. Before I do that, let me do this. So yes, make sure you go out and mint a Bar Gang NFT. Please. We need all the support we can get. Bar Gang NFT in the building. Yes! We are doing amazing things and would love your support. So let me go through this really quickly. I'm just going to share my entire screen. And so really quick, let's start off by this. So if you're looking for new NFT, looking for drops, the best website to go for that. There's a bunch of them, but one of the most popular ones is NFT Calendar. Here you can see all of the new drops that are coming out. So if this is your strategy, you want to try to mint early and you want to try to find the newest projects coming out, go to NFT Calendar. Here they put the date range. These are all promoted ones. I think once they get closer, it actually indicates the actual date that the project is going to drop. And then there's also Rarity Tools, and they have an upcoming section right here. And this is where you can see current projects coming out. Wait, there's another one too. Oh, upcoming here. And they actually give you the date. They give you the amount that the mint is going to be in ETH or Sol or whatever it's going to be, and the time. And then they have their links to their Discord, their Twitters. Get involved in the project early to find out exactly what they got going on. You really want to focus on what the creators and the team is really talking about. Don't get so caught up in what people are talking about. Although that's important, but you have to understand the Discord. There's a lot of people that are going to talk up the price, try to talk up the price, and try to talk down the price. So very important to go and find out what the project is all about, what the founders and creators are saying. And if you are looking to use the strategy to mint, you want to get into the project early and often. Try to get on the whitelist, try to get some of the giveaways, be very involved, very active. So then what I really want to focus on is finding projects here in Opensea. I know there are a bunch of other marketplaces out there. For now, this is what I focus on. I don't have a lot of time to try to research which is better at this point. Opensea has been fairly good to me. So I'm just sharing you some of my tips here. So as far as how you find out or how you decide what NFTs to purchase or to purchase, and just be mindful, Opensea, this is the secondary market. So once the project mints on the collections website, it actually you mint it and then it shows up in your OpenSea account if they're actually registered through OpenSea. And this is where you can actually see your minted NFTs. So OpenSea, you click on activity, And this is where you kind of go to see what's selling. And there's a lot of these. I believe, I don't mess with these too much. I don't even really know much about them, but you're going to see a lot of these really, really cheap ones, a dollar, stuff like that. I'm looking for something that's in my price range. I'm looking anywhere from a couple $100 to probably no more than $3,000, maybe up to five, depending if I've sold some things and I've freed up some money to purchase NFTs. But usually my range is between a couple $100 to probably 3-4 thousand bucks, maybe tops 5,000. So I'm going through and I'm looking for projects that's in that range. Let's pick this one out. And then I'm actually going to go through and give you my breakdown of how I kind of decide which projects to buy. And once again, I'm kind of giving you some tips based on not necessarily doing a whole bunch of research into the project. Don't have that much time to invest and commit to being in their Discord, follow them on Twitter. I'm just trying to give you some quick ways to identify some projects that may take off. And then another website to really check out is this website called Icy.Tools. If you don't want to go through this process, because the issue with this is that it reloads so quickly. So even if you kind of like scrolling down trying to find what's actually selling at the moment, it reloads like I did just now, and it becomes a little bit annoying. This is still my preferred way because I get to see real time what people are buying, and then from there, I kind of make my determination once I review, which I'm going to show you in a second, whether it's something I want to get into. But once again, Icy Tools is a website that you can also use. You can see what's trending for the day, for the minute. Okay, I don't feel like doing all that. You can see what's trending for the last 24 hours. So Icy.Tools is a good way to find out what is popping right now. So you can use my method of doing this and scrolling. You can do Icy.Tools, which is probably better. And then you can kind of pick out which projects based on like your price. You can look at the floor, the average price, the volume. So Icy.Tools is a good one. I actually probably start using this more now that I think about it. But anyway, so then I pulled out a couple projects. Let's just go through them. So this one, somebody just purchased this project. If you look at activity, you can see that. Come on, loading. Okay. You can kind of see someone just bought a minute ago, 7 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago. Like I'm looking for very active projects because my thing is if I do the right thing and I actually catch a project on the come up, obviously I could buy low and sell high, but I want to know that there's some volume there so I can get in and get out if I need to. And once again, I'm not talking about flipping or day trading. I'm just more so identifying, trying to catch a good project, and you're trying to catch it where you get in early enough, and then you can get out in time to make a good amount of money. So once again, this project. So Dr. ETHvil's 3D FrakenPunks. I don't know anything about this project. 10,000 collection, 5.9K owners. Usually you want to see a 2-to-1. So you want to see for every piece, like a 2-to-1. So this is a little bit more than that. So that's a good ratio between collection pieces and owners. And then this is the floor price, the lowest price to get in, and then the volume traded. So let's go back to this one. Look at the art. I like to look at the art. Art is dope. It's kind of going with the CryptoPunks thing, but 3D. So CryptoPunks, we know how successful that project is. So okay, all right, looks good. The art looks good. So now let's go into the chart, which is very important for me. You get to see kind of where it started, and then kind of where it's in. So this is almost based on just this chart. It's about where it started. Went up a little bit, but it's kind of trended downward. This is such a new project. It's kind of hard to get any type of trend or understand if there's any type of trend going because it's a fairly new project. But you get to see the prices. At this point, I don't have enough with this chart to make a determination if this is something I want to get into. The 90-day average price is 0.56. The floor is 0.4. That's pretty. Now let's go here. Let's go to items. Let's go to buy now. Let's see. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do now is this is a little bit intriguing. I like the art, the chart. I mean, it's a new project. Um, I like the art. Now I would go to something like I would try to figure out the rarity. So let's go new tab. I hate when it does that. Moving all the way down. Let's go to Dr. ETHvil rarity. Okay, are they signed up with it? So they're with Rarity Sniffer. So this is a rarity tool. So what you're ultimately trying to figure out is how rare these pieces based on this price. So let's just look at this first one. 4564. God, my eyes are bad. Let's move brighten up the screen. 4564. Now, I'm just doing this very quickly. This one is no, shoot. I was about to say that's pretty rare for the floor price. 4.6. No, hold up. I can't see. 4.584. Okay. 4.5. Do I got the right FrakenPunks? Okay, let's try one more. 3149. Let's see 3149 if that's that. Okay, this one worked. Maybe I don't know, something's wrong with that. So this is out of 10,000. This is 8883. So that's not that rare. That's at the 0.37. The floor is 0.365. So anyway, I would go through a bunch of these. So one of my strategies, I'm looking for rare pieces at or around the full price if indeed it's a project that I want to get involved with. I would also do a little bit more research. I would actually go to their website. I would check out their Discord. I would find out exactly what they are looking to do short term, long term. We'll see how active their communities are on Discord. And I also would check out their Twitter. So check out their website, read up on them, plan for the short and long term. Discord, see what the community is about. Twitter, kind of see what their engagement is looking like from that perspective. So even though you may not necessarily be in this investment for the long term, you still want to check out them things because at the end of the day, your goal should be to kind of buy and hold and stay, but we're also trying to catch it trending. So now we catch it trending and it's a good project. It's a win-win. So that's just that. So I'm gonna keep that up because I want to do a little bit more research on that. The next I pulled up when I did my approach is the Metapreneurs. 11,000 pieces. Basically like a 2-to-1, almost 6,000 owners, 0.2 floor. Let's reload this. Let's see what type of movement they got. 0.23, moving a little bit positive. Now let's look at the chart. So you see a little flat. They, came out about a little late December, flat. Then boom, they got a bump. So they went from about 0.17. They got up to about almost 0.4. And then it's come down. So that's a trend line downwards, but it looked like it might have bounced off of that support level. So the low trend line is your support level. The top trend line is your resistance. So be mindful of that. I said that wrong on one of the shows. The bottom line is your support, and then top is resistance. So if you're looking at this from a technical analysis perspective, you see it was dropping, but then it bounced off of that support line. Looked like it's going upwards. So I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Like it looked like it may be ready to run. So now I'm looking at what's selling. You got 0.5, 0.28. So the floor is 0.23. Um, yeah, I mean, looking decent. Let's go back to it. I didn't even look at the art yet. Let's look at the art. Okay, different. Now, once again, what I would do, and I don't want to take up too much of your time, I'm kind of giving you some tricks. I would go to their website, just see what they're about, read up on, um, their description, their roadmap. Really, really want to see what they're building. I could just tell you straight up, I'm really liking this. So I personally am going to do a little bit more research. I want to check the Discord. I want to check the Twitter and then go from there. That price is pretty good for me. I like to be, like I said, anywhere in the calculator, ETH calculator. I like to be a couple $100, 600 bucks to maybe at the top about 5,000. And now once I start making more money, I'm more established. Then I'll start to look for the more expensive projects. For now, I'm really, really focused on um, building up my portfolio, building up my money, and ultimately, once I do that, then I will invest in more expensive projects. So I like Metapreneurs. I like charts like this. I like that boom. Then because what happens is it's flat, flat, flat. Then something happens, then boom. And then people that made a little bit of money because remember, even though it kind of starts here, people may have minted in maybe 0.7, 0.05, 0.8, something like that. So once this project hit the secondary market, it kind of it's typically this is how it works. It kind of it's much higher than what you minted it for. So a lot of people they're waiting, and then bam, it hits a bump, and then a lot of people are like, oh man, I made a good amount of money. Let me sell, and then that's kind of it's like a free fall. Everybody starts selling, but what you're looking for is that bounce, and that's what it got. So it looked like it could potentially run. So I'm going to look into that one a little bit more. Next is Women Unite. Let's look at the art. Okay. Me personally, and no knock to this project. This is not really for me. I like something a little bit different. It's doing really well with a 1.05 floor. It's not enough items for me either. Once again, this is just my strategy. Um, so I'm going to not even look at that one. No offense, Women Unite. It's just not my strategy at this point. World Wide Web land, 9.5K. I like bigger collections, 4.8K owners. That's like the 2-for-1 I was telling you about. The floor price a little bit high, 1.2. If you look at 1.2, that's a little high for my blood. 3,200, but I don't know. I pulled it out for a reason. So, all right. I'll read a little bit of the description. Look at the art. Okay, so this is a good one to look at. This is a new project. So you can go to activity and you can see. Oh, it ain't that new. Wait, so the actual pieces are not revealed. Let's stay away from this one. I'm gonna keep it up because I want to check it out, but let's stay away from this one because we can't even see the art right now. And I'll get into projects like that in a second, which is this one, Metroverse, new project. Right now, 0.799 is the floor. When I was looking earlier today, I think it was like 0.6. You look at the activity, 0.7 is I know it was at 0.8. Now, this is a new project, right? So this actual project hasn't revealed what the art looks like yet. So how this works, this strategy works is this project mints not too long ago, and then it sells out. It sells out 10,000, and then it hits the secondary market. So what happens is oftentimes um, you can catch this going up, right? So you mint, and then a lot of people that mint at a really low price, depending on their strategy, they might sell because if I mint at 0.08 and then this thing hits the secondary and it's already at 0.8, oh my gosh, I 10x my money. So a lot of people sell before the reveal, and then what happens, once if it's a very popular project, then sometimes the price keeps going up because everybody's speculating because they're like, let me get one of these because if I happen to get a rare one, um, oh my gosh, like I can make a lot of money. So there's a lot of speculation before the art is actually revealed. So if you one, if you weren't fortunate enough to mint, but then you were looking at the project as soon as it launched, then you may can get in at this point, right? When it was at like point 0.6 when I was talking about, or even lower, and then you can catch it now where if you own that, now you can sell it at point 0.7. I even saw some point 0.8 earlier. But that's you got to be very careful with this because typically in some of these very, very popular projects, um, people will speculate so much, drive up the price, boom, boom, boom. And then as soon as it reveals and people realize I don't have a rare one, oh, it's sale. And people sell, sell, sell. So if you didn't get in low enough, if you bought at the top of things kind of going upwards, then there's a strong possibility that you can get burned and lose money. So be very careful. Understand you can make money if you can catch it early enough. And while people are speculating, you can get in and you can make a little bit of money, but just be careful because once that reveal happens, there's a strong chance that the prices may go low. When I first started buying NFTs, I used to buy a lot of projects like this. And then I started to realize like every time this thing reveals, it goes down. And I was losing a good amount of money when I had the opportunity to sell when it was going up. So just be mindful of that. This is a very speculative strategy, but once again, it's an opportunity to make money. So I'm just sharing that. So I actually really like Metroverse, what I read about it. Um, what you want to do is get in the Discord too. So once again, even if you're not, if you don't have a lot of time to learn a lot about the project, you still want to know enough to say, I'm willing to invest my money. I'm willing to, even if I'm not necessarily planning to be in for the long haul, I want to know that it's a good project. I want to know it has a good community. So for me, I check out the community. I want to find out when it reveals. So I know if I do want to speculate a little bit and try to catch that upwards trend, that I know exactly when it's going to reveal because there's a chance, if you bought at the top, you might get left holding the bag. So be careful with that. Metroverse. I think I'm just going to do one more. This one is their Army Skeleton Club. Now I'll do two more. 7,000 pieces. This one hasn't revealed yet either. Same thing as Metroverse. I'm not going to get into that one. Oxya or Origin Project. Art looks good. 8,000 pieces, almost 4,000 owners. That's a 2-to-1, 0.43 price. That's kind of in my price range, 0.43, about $1,100. So in my price range, and a lot of volume, 11K volume. So now I'm looking at the charts. All right, it hasn't been out that long. So, at this point, I got to look at the website, the Discord, see what they're building. I mean, this is very scary though. See, this is what happens when if you speculate, going back to what I just talked about, the 90-day average price, which obviously hasn't been out for 90 days, but they're, the way they do the calculation, 1.16. And now look at that price, 0.43. So it's a lot of people losing money in this project. But I don't know. I mean, if you look at this kind of quick chart, look like right there, 0.4, looks like it's going up a little bit. Um, this one, so let's go to buy now. Let's see what it's looking like. Loading. I like this. I like this art a lot. And I like that the fact that it has some room. I mean, the 90-day average was 1 point something. I'm a big fan of human avatars too. That's one of my tricks, and for me personally, even though I know the apes, they kill it, the crypto punks they chill. I actually like human avatars. This kind of dope. I'm gonna look into this a little bit more. So remember, OxyaOriginProject 0.43 kind of got up to 1.5. Something you may want to check out. I'm going to look more into that. But for the purposes, it doesn't have a long chart. It just kind of came out. but I like it. Look like it bounced a little bit. Look like you kind of got a lot of the they call them paper handlers, people that's just trying to play. And now it might be dwindling out. A couple people made their money, lost their money. Then you got the serious people that want to be invested in this project are in it now. It may be an opportunity. 1.16 we got to, or the average. I don't know. I like this one, guys. So definitely you may want to check that one out. Alpacadabra, Alpacadabra. Oh, Alpacadabra. Okay. Like abracadabra. 9.7, almost 4K owners. So you got that 2 to 1, 0.8. 0.8 is a little bit high. Special mean not having a lot of information and research on this project. But let's go. Let's see. The art, I'm not the biggest fan of this, but everybody else is. So, okay, I'm not really too. The art isn't the best for me, but let's keep going. All right. So first off, just without me even looking, I like a chart like this, right? Because boom, flat, flat, flat. It's been out since October, end of October, flat, flat, flat. Then boom, uptrend. Look at that trend line. Boom, and it looked like it just bounced off of the support. So this bad boy might be looking to run. A lot of activity, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. Okay. All right. It's looking pretty good. Now I'm going to go into, let's go back here. Let's hit back now. Let's look. Let's see what this is. Once again, they all, now I'm checking the rarity. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, but I kind of followed the steps earlier. I'm going to go to the rarity for this project. I'm going to go to the Discord, see what people are talking about, look at them on Twitter. But in terms of actual price, it's kind of in my price range. Trend line, I love a chart like that. Boom, look at that volume. Boom, then people kind of made some money, came out, but then it's bouncing off a support line. Boom, it might be ready to run. So this is a project I like. Once again, I got to do a little bit more research. This one, I actually know a little bit about this project, 0.24. A friend of mine told me about it when they minted. And there were some issues with the mint. They were supposed to come out at a certain time and they sold out before they even came out. So I don't know. My experiences with projects like this, when things are a little sketchy at the beginning, I kind of stay away from, man, because no knock to them. I don't know anything about this. But for me, I've been burned a few times in situations like that. So I'm sorry, guys. In situations where things seem a little shaky, I kind of stay away. And then also look at this one, hasn't revealed yet. Are people speculating? Are they driving up the price? Boom. Look, this is probably minute, I think at 0.08. So a minute about right here. Hit the secondary market. People put it at, uh, 0.15. It's kind of jump, boom. Me, I'm staying away from this one. I'll wait till a reveal, see what, once people know what their rarity is, what the art looks like, then this may be something I would look into later. But so far, red flags for me, shaky mint, people kind of speculating and drove the price from about 1.15 after 0.08 mint up to 2.45. This one I'm staying away from. And then this last one, the Littles NFT, 10,000, 5.5K owners, about that 2 to 1, 0.679. That's about my price. It's probably, what's 0.67? I should know this by heart. $1,800, not too bad. The art is pretty dope. Not a human avatar, but it's pretty cool. Here, look at the chart. Boom, 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 flat. And remember, this is not a long time. It's not like a stock chart where we're talking about 6 months. Like these are fairly new projects. The end of end of November, boom, 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 flat, and then started to trend upwards. Then boom, it ran. Something happened. Boom. The paper. I shouldn't say paper handlers because I'm not sure it's used in that context. But people made a little bit of money, then got out, and then it seemed like it's kind of maintained. Looks like there's an uptrend. It's not a steep line, but it looks like it's an uptrend. Um, boom. I'm gonna go here now. I'm gonna check out the buy now, see what here, and then follow the same steps. You're going to check the rarity, see if you could catch a deal, see if you can catch someone that meant it very low, and now they're trying to give their NFT away because they need to liquidate so they could buy something else or pay a bill. So it's very important. You kind of want to, you want to go through as many of these as you can, check the rarity, see if there's something that's very rare that's at the floor price with the potential that this thing could be running and going higher. So yeah, I'll check a little bit more into the littles. The jury is out. I just have to do a little research, go to the website, Twitter, Discord, see what the community is like, and go from there. Um, so yeah, I think that's it for me. That's it for me. So that kind of takes you a little bit about my process and how I find NFTs without getting totally consumed with each project. Once again, even though I kind of give you some strategies to potentially get in, get out pretty quick, I do not recommend flipping. I do not recommend, just kind of going in without having any knowledge of the project. You want to check their website, see what they're about. You want to look at them on Twitter. You want to check their Discord. You want to know as much as you can, even if it's something that you're not committed to for the long term. Be very careful about the projects that don't reveal yet. There's a lot of speculation. That's kind of almost the equivalent to gambling, where people are trying, they're speculating because they might get a rare one. So they're going into it, they're buying it without actually seeing what the art looks like. Just be mindful you can get burned if you buy that project on when it's up, and then when they reveal it actually drops. And I've seen that too often with a lot of projects. You really, really want projects where you can kind of see a trend line. Most of the projects I showed today are fairly new projects. You want to look for projects that's maybe, you can study the chart a little bit more. Remember, you're really looking to see if it bounces off its support and there's a trend line going upwards. It's in your price range, it's doing good volume, and ultimately, which I didn't stress a lot, you want to really look at the founders. If they're known on Twitter or if they're active in the Discord, you want to see what they're talking about and really, really, make sure that it's a good project being run by good people, making good decisions. So I think that's it, y'all. This has been a pretty good show. I don't usually go this long, 30 minutes, but I kind of wanted to take you a little bit through my philosophy on how I do things. I've had a decent amount of success with not a lot of money. I'm still getting started in this space, and I've done pretty well in terms of using some of the strategies I just shared with you. And ultimately, you got to come up with your own strategy, and make sure you follow it every time. Don't take the emotion out of it. Don't really get caught up into everybody saying, "Oh, you got to buy this one." You can get burned that way. You got to have your own strategy. So I hope you all have an amazing Friday. Like I said, relax. Even if you got to work, make some time to get some rest, and then just kind of take it all in. Meditate. Put your feet in the sand. If it's cold, um, get under something warm. So yeah, I appreciate you. I thank you for tuning in, and I am out.